A friend of mine gave me this book. It's called Whole Brain Living by Bolte Taylor. She's a PhD, and she wrote a book called My Stroke of Insight because she had a big stroke in the left side of her brain, which made it completely shut down, and only the right side worked. And so it took about 8 years to overcome, but she's back to normal now, and she wrote this new book. It's about how the left brain has character 1 and 2, and the right brain has character 3 and 4. And the right brain has no words. When she had her stroke, she couldn't use her left side, so she had no words on her right side of her brain. And so she breaks it down in this book, but what I wanted to talk to you about is how I believe the subconscious must be on the right side of your brain because there's no words there, feelings. So something happened to me today. I had a very big disappointment. I was looking forward to someone coming to visit, and I cleaned my house and weeded my garden and made a little bit of food, and then it was inconvenient for them to stop by, so I didn't get to see them. And I used what I knew about disappointment, how it can just run loops, but that's all in the conscious part of our brain. And it can run loops and loops, and it kind of wreck your life. It sort of undermines our life. And we all have this chatter that goes on all the time. So the way I thought about it was going through the wall from the left side of the brain to the right side, okay? And over in the right side is where there's play and feelings, and that's where I believe the Holy Spirit or God's Spirit communicates with us, on the right side of our brain. So you have to read this book and you can tell me if you get the same idea. But I like the whole idea that I was able to go through the wall, and instead of paying attention to all that chatter on the left side of my brain that's always going on, I could sort of keep it as background noise and go back over into the meditative side of my brain and really enjoy this day, all the different sensations that this day had. It really hasn't been ruined. And you know, when you're dependent on your subconscious for how the day's gonna go, it always brings you such joy. There's like joyful things that get dropped right into your life. Friends stop by, or someone wrote a really nice review, different things, just it's like God calls people just to be nice to you whenever you're really thinking about the subconscious and where He lives. And so I guess what I wanted to say is, if something like this happens to you, don't pay attention to all the chatter, which is over here on the left side, the conscious side, and time and past and present, all that's over here. But we don't have to stay there. We can go through the wall and go over to the right side of our brain and really enjoy our days.